Ariel Helwani in Chicago getting set for UFC 225 alongside Holly Holm, who meets Megan Anderson this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Holly, it's great to see you again, and you are back in Chicago. Are you the kind of person who thinks, I need to exercise some demons here because
Yes.
you remember what happened last time you fought
I
here?
feel like that. I feel like I need to leave here with a win this time, with a good taste in my mouth, not a bitter taste in my mouth. So I'm glad to be back here and be able to put on a better show here in Chicago. And yeah, I do feel like that.
When you were offered the fight, did you think about Chicago right away, and were you initially hesitant to come back here?
No, I thought, let's make it right this time. Let's go do it. I don't really want to carry negative thoughts with me, so I just wanted to turn it into a positive thought. I don't want to think just because I'm not a very superstitious person thinking, oh, it's Chicago and I lost there before. No, I just think my motivation is I want to come back, and I feel like this is my second chance to make it right.
This is your first time back?
My first time. I mean, I've come back just to train with Izzy.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like a little second home away. I feel like this is close to home anyway. I've been out here quite a bit to train with him and just to visit. So I feel like it's kind of a fun place to be, and who doesn't love Chicago? So.
Right. Speaking of fun, these fight weeks are so much more fun for you when you're fighting at 145, right? Yet it feels like, I still feel like 135 is like, the guy at the end of the bar that you really want to be with, but you're doing this to pass the time. Is that accurate?
Yes, I would definitely like to fight at 135 again, but I'm still thankful for the opportunities that I've had at 145. I know they've both been losses for the two times I've fought here, but I know that they weren't, totally getting beat or anything. And every fight is different, every opportunity is different. So I want to take and make the most of this fight. But obviously at 135, I still, I would love to be able to get back to that belt.
So if you win this fight, what interests you more, the 145? Because it feels like you win this fight, you're next for Cyborg, but then it also feels like you're still, the 135 division, you'd be that person too for Nunes. Which one interests you more?
Honestly, I feel like I'm going to take what opportunity is there. I feel like I definitely need to win this fight in order for there to be excitement for either one of those. So.
How familiar were you with Megan Anderson when they offered you her?
I've seen her fight before, but I wasn't super familiar. I've watched some films since, getting the fight announced, obviously, but a lot of my focus is still this fight kind of been on just kind of perfecting, some of my bad habits and some of my flaws and really addressing that. I always say I want to get better and learn more, but this camp I've also thought, I obviously want to keep learning, but I also want to change things that haven't been working, and so that's been a little bit of the focus as well.
What are some of those bad habits that you wanted to change?
I don't want to say that because
you've changed them.
They might come out.
You've changed them. You're good.
No. You know what? I feel like I just want to keep sharpening a lot of the things that I need to be performing when I'm in there, and just focus on making it happen. I'm going to make it happen.
Sometimes people, give you flack for your yelling when you punch, when you strike. Have you always been doing that? It's very tennis-like, right? You see it in tennis a lot, and it's somewhat unique to you in MMA. Somewhat unique, not 100% unique. Have you always been doing that, and why do you? Can you explain why you do that?
I think it's just maybe the karate background. That's what you do, you ki, and I don't know if that's just from, when you breathe out when you're throwing punches, and I think it's just kind of, it's not something I ever really want to do. I wish it didn't come out, but it's just the way it is.
You have become known for among many other things, your open workouts, the dancing, the routines. Did it again yesterday. I'm wondering, do you practice these things beforehand, or is it just all spur of the moment?
It's all just, I don't know, let's just go with it. It's usually in the car on the way to open workouts. It's usually the team going, so what are we doing today? And I'm like, I don't know, let's do some hand fighting, let's roll, and then I'll shadow box a little bit, and then I don't know, we'll just figure it out. And then we just kind of just have a good time. It's not like the most serious workout out there. It's to get the fans involved anyway. That's what they're there for. If it was a real serious workout, then yes, there'd be a lot more kind of strategic focus, but
Sure.
No, I just go out there and just do whatever.
When you're at a wedding, do you really, cut up a rug? Is that your thing? Are you the one that's in the middle and everyone's surrounding you? Do you take a lot of pride in your dancing?
I guess I don't take pride in it, but I'm definitely letting go and letting
Yeah?
loose. I always say, what is dancing? It's just moving to music. So when people say I'm not a good dancer, I'm like, I don't even know if there's really such a thing as good dancer, bad dancer. It's just,
People say that about you.
no, I'm saying like if they say
about
like,
themselves.
oh, I'm like, whoever cares about that? It's just moving. It's
Right.
having a good time. That's what it's all about. I think everybody deep down really wants to cut loose when they hear some music. They kind of want to let it go. Just let it go. Have a good time.
What's like the favorite, the song that comes on at a party, a wedding, and you're like, I gotta let loose right now.
I don't know. I think it's just if it's a good beat. If it's got a good beat, then move to it. If it makes you feel like moving, move.
Yeah. There's no go-to.
No go-to.
There's no favorite.
No, there's no favorite. I mean, I'll dance to all of them, but actually, I would. I mean, sometimes they're all right, but some of the ones that I don't love
Oh, interesting.
are like the ones that are, I don't know, the chicken dance and stuff like that.
Yeah. The gimmicky ones.
Yeah, which is still fun, but like just play it for like,
2 seconds.
and then let's move on.
To the more, like.
Kind of funny, be a little cheesy for a minute. Okay, now let's get another good beat.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised that you say that because you seem to like to be a little bit goofy with the dancing.
I would totally be goofy with that. But when it's just the same repetitive over and over, I need something else.
Do you feel like someone with your background, a boxer, is prone to being a better dancer because of foot movement and whatnot?
I don't know. Honestly, I think dancing is just personality, like
Okay.
just cutting loose. I think that anybody that just feels like cutting loose, music does something to people. Because there's even people that you wouldn't think that are like more reserved, and all of a sudden that dancing's going on, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
where did that person
Yes.
come from?
It's like Elaine Bennis. You know Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld?
Oh yeah,
She was a horrible dancer,
for sure.
and everyone was kind of looking at her.
but she was still having a good time.
She was.
So that's what matters.
Well, it's great to see you back, Holly. I'm glad that we cleared that all up, the
All
dancing
right.
stuff. I'm sure you weren't expecting that, but always great to see you, and I wish you the best on Saturday. Good luck in the fight.
Thank you very much.